Hey YouTube, coming at you with a viewer submitted team from Lish here, who is running REGIDRAGO, and I wanted to see this Pokemon in action. And in the write-up it says, I managed to get Reggie from the recent event GBL eligible, and I want to try it out. I didn't have a team in mind, but wanted to cover its weakness. So the Matang, obviously if you're going to be weak to Fairy and Ice, that is a good one. And then a third, I grinded Duskull hard for Candy to land a rank 1. So I just threw it on the team. I wanted to lead with Reggie to get more use out of it, and then as a safe swap, and then safe swap the rest. I realized the team has a double dark weakness. Oh yeah, but there's not as many. Yeah, but didn't think it'd be too prevalent, which I agree. I had fun testing this out and thought I'd share. There's a few instances where I have up switch trying to catch moves on a shield. Sorry, I don't think English is the first language because that did not make sense. That's okay. So thanks for this mission. I wanted to showcase this Pokemon because it's got the weirdest stats I've ever seen for a Great League Pokemon. 121 attack, sort of normalish, not your defensive low attack, not your glass cannon. So it's just somewhere in the middle. That's fine. And then it has a 62.7 defense, which is by far one of the lowest defenses I've seen on a Pokemon. 62.7 may even be the lowest I've seen, but it is offset with a 241 stamina for an 1842 overall. So do those just balance out? I have no idea what this Pokemon can take in terms of fast moves and charge moves, and I am kind of eager to see. It is ranked like 70 something in the Great League. So let's test it. Let's see. You have a Feraligatr where Hydro Cannon is resisted, getting to the Breaking Swipe in the equivalent of 6 claws. So they will have an Ice Beam here. So going to shield back. There is an Ice Beam, so that is nice. We're going to get to the next move here before they get to a move. They may throw Hydro, but nope. Getting to the Breaking Swipe again. This should take out. They decide to double shield, and then we are just going to instant catch here on Dusclops, just acting as like a sort of sponge for all the charge moves here. Almost committed to the farm down, but they try to catch on Credilli. We do have super effective ice punches. Probably still going to take 3 to take out here because yeah, Dusclops just doesn't hit very hard. So Grass Knot lands, leaves you with 1 HP. Probably get taken out before you get to another move here. But this will be super effective. So take it to the yellow and then just instant swapping. Bullet Seed is resisted. They do get to a Rock Tomb. Worried that that's going to take you out. So we haven't seen how much damage this can take. We just saw that Claws and Bullet Seeds have taken this thing down to 50%. Feraligatr comes in. Out comes a Gligar to be hit with this Dragon Energy move. Okay, that only did like 50%, not amazing. This I'm assuming we'll take out with ease here. Aerial Ace. And then we're just gonna go straight into this. I doubt that they even get to a no, they're definitely not gonna get to a dig before. What are you doing, man? They're not gonna get to a dig before you get to a move. They weren't. Right? So you just outpace, and they don't take it anyways. Yeah, it's only 10 to a Psy Shock, so it's like 13 or something to a dig. You're gonna outpace there with these. Okay, Sableye. Let's see how much a Foul Play does if you were willing to take it. So we know Foul Play got nerfed. You really don't want to take any moves here. Are we worried that every move is gonna just do a ton of damage? The Claws are taking you down a bit here, but not a ton. They do shield up once. Are we going to double shield? Are we going to let a move go? Okay, 60% health, Foul Play coming through. Like 5% health left. So Foul Play did about 50%. Okay, that's kind of what I expected, I guess. Instant swapping. Oh, this is not where you wanted to instant swap. I think you almost needed just to let the because now you're worried about Shadow Ball. But now if they reset, you're going to be left. Yeah, okay, it's a Clodsire, so that's not bad. Ice Punch is super effective, but now you're left with the Steel on a relatively still full health Skeledirge, which is why you almost needed to let that Reggie go down and then align the Dusclops there. So going to try to catch, did not catch. You should be going in Matang and just basically sacrificing it. And then try and sweep with Dusclops. Earthquake is going to do a ton of damage here if not take out. Does not quite take out. Can we get to a Psyshock? We can. Is the switch timer still locking us? I'm going to undercharge this because you're worried about that. Does not work, and the Incinerate down are going to come. They're going to get to a move. Well, oh no. Okay, a full Incinerate goes through there. Hoping that we have 2 moves here. We do not, and that will cost you this game. Yeah. Okay. You probably lost CMP anyways there, so I don't think it matters too much. Fomantis. Grass has resisted. It may have superpower, so trying to catch a superpower on Dusclops here and successfully catch it. So that's a nice catch. Feraligatr comes in. Claw super effective. Hydro, one probably won't take you out. We'll see if they can just like Hydro and claw you down here. They are a shadow. So here comes the Hydro. You'll live probably, but probably not with much health left. But enough to get a move off. Your timing, again, I don't know if you actually get to a move if you didn't throw right away, so that's fine. Yeah, you definitely would not have, so throwing there's fine. But, you know, we've seen a couple now where your fast move timing probably needs a little bit of work. Take out the Feraligatr to get hit with a Mandabuzz and opting to shield instead of taking the Dark Pulse. And going for the nuke here, hoping, I mean, is it a nuke? Hoping that they let this go. They do. Man, that's an underwhelming move. I get it's only 15. I get it's only, what's that damage on this thing? 120? It does not feel like a 120 move. Honestly, I know Mandabuzz is bulky, but that does not feel like a 120 damage move from a 120 attack Pokemon. Anyways, get a breaking swipe off. Now shield advantage. 1 superpower probably doesn't even take you out from here, so you can just let it go. It's fine. They're going to have to bait because they want to try and bait Leaf Blade to again land the superpower. So taking that out there. I'm actually kind of surprised how bad Dragon Energy is. I mean, it's only 15 turn moves, but still. Okay, so we have Malamar, which is going to outpace you to the Foul Plays and Superpowers. Going to let a Foul Play go. And in the yellow comfortably. And going for, again, the Dragon Energy. Not calling it a nuke anymore. They do shield that up. They may commit to the farm down. Not going to get it. So, it seems like that like defense stamina weird stats can help you live a bit. Unfortunate. Wow. Huge mistake on your opponent's end. Ending up having multiple moves, but just instant swapping out versus a psychic Pokemon where they have at least 2 foul plays. Gonna commit 1 shield on this drill run here. Going to get to a Psyshock, but not get it off before they get to the drill run. Gonna commit a 2nd shield here and lose CMP, which means now you can just be foul played out of here because they've got a couple. So we're gonna undercharge, but here comes the snipe. Foul play. Does not quite take out, but they probably have 2. Yeah. So now you're gonna have to Hex down with Dusclops. And it is a Clodsire in the back, so that's pretty nice. Going to have the Ice Punch. It's still going to take like 3, but Poison is resisted. 1 Earthquake is not going to take you out. You need to watch out for the catch here. So getting the Ice Punch off. Looks like it's a CMP. 1 Earthquake will take you. I think 2 Earthquakes should take you out in this range. Yeah, so you're going to need to take this out, but they make a nice catch. And at this point, this is a top left because I don't even know if 1 punch even takes takes out from this range. It'll be close. We're going to find out. One HP. Gonna get the Earthquake off. That catch coming back to haunt you. 1 HP lost there. Okay, Reggie into Dedenne. So terrible lead. You only have dragon moves and you're a dragon. So got to get out into Dusclops. They're going to get to a Parabolic Charge. That's fine. I mean, it chips for sure. And boosts their defense. But they give up that immediately into a Corviknight. So let's start. Oh, Corviknights. Reggie can't really do anything against Corviknight either here. So going to just try and chip this as much as you can here. You'll probably live. They'll live probably this too, though. But I think you'll live a Sky Attack. Unless they have payback. Nope, just an Iron Head. That's not the right move. Don't give up. You give up Switch way too much. I mean, I get it. Iron Head Sky Attack is resisted. And they're kind of locked, so you're just taking a resisted move. So that's maybe not the worst idea. But man, you give up Switch a lot. Gligar. And now you know, because you gave up Switch, your Reggie is locked onto that Dedenne. So at this point, they just, I was going to say sacrifice this. I do not know why they're shielding. They should definitely just sacrifice this, knowing that their Dedenne is going to just sweep. So finally let that go. Do Snipe with a Shadow Punch. I don't even know if Shadow Punch is enough to take out from this range. It is not. And they get to move to take you out. And if they're not locked, they should just instant swap here. They do instant swap. Do you get off a Side Shock in this range is good, so that you may grab a shield. Oh, why would they not grab a shield there? When you have a dragon on the front, why would you not burn a shield there? Bait the Parabolic Charge. Dragon Breath enough to take down there. And they don't have enough left on the Gligar. Kind of a misplay on your opponent. You got to read, like, should I shield the Shadow Matang or should I shield a dragon? Like, when I'm a fairy, you just got to, like, make that analysis there. Okay. Talonflame goes Brave Bird. They come in with a Swampert going for the Dragon Energy. Do grab a shield and making a catch on the Dusclops. So the only concern I have about this team is you definitely seem to be using Dusclops correctly as like a sponge in a lot of these matchups. Just come in, spam, take the charge moves, have some energy on Reggie. So I think you're doing a lot of that, right? My concern with the team is I've seen, and Shadow Matang is kind of glassy, I've seen now you have to use the shield multiple times on that, and your fast move timing is just not amazing. It's costing you games at this point. But yeah, here we go. Like you're burning 2 shields on the Reggie to have a Pokemon in the back that also needs shields. So this is why I don't love how this team is built. So they shield up the Swampert. I don't know why. I assume a Sludge will take out from 50% health. Hydro is resisted, so you'll live that. Venusaur comes in. Like, is this even going to do 75%? Okay, so it does. Venusaur is very glassy, though, so I don't even know how to judge that. It does do about 80% on the Venusaur. So 2 dragons against each other. Gonna get to the Breaking Swipe first. You don't need to go. Okay, I guess you're just, if you only think you're gonna get 1 move off, might as well go for, I assume they're gonna shield and just farm, which is why I think you probably could have baited, but a lot of damage done on that one. Taking Altaria in a mirror Dragon Breath matchup to like a couple HP is pretty strong. It is a Cubone in the back, so they are going to start spamming these Bone Clubs here. So there's one. Let's see if they get out, and they do, and it is a Bastiodon. Ooh, Altaria Bastiodon with a Marowak. Oh, that's so toxic. that's a really toxic team. You got, I mean, it makes sense, right? You're weak to ground here, weak to fire, and Altaria covers it, and you're weak to ice and Altaria, and this covers it. So I get it. It's a good cover, but man, Bastion on Altaria and a Marowak at that as a safe swap. I mean, Marowak's a good safe swap, but the ability to flip switch there with a very toxic pairing, brutal. So gonna get off the Gyro Ball. They do shield, knowing that this is going to be way more attack heavy than the Dusclops. So trying to get to, no. Okay, oh, sorry, Marowak came in, then yes. Correct. Marowak came in, so I'm going to just get off a Side Shock, but that thing is just going to slap you down. Ooh, could have slapped you down, but decided to throw a move, which is kind of surprising. But I guess they felt like if they can get off a couple Mud Slaps here, yeah, I don't know. I don't know about that. Could have came out with a move here for you. 2 farm down, but the question is, do you need 2 or 3 punches here? And it looks like 3, because Bastiodon is truly that tanky, and Dusclops is not attack heavy at all. So they will live this with ease and take you out. Tropius. So pretty good lead, unless it's like a Air Slash, then it's a little neutral. No, it's a Razor Leaf at that, so you are good. So I don't think you're wrong. Okay, that takes them to the red, and then you... So, that, you know what? That's not bad. It just seems like on some of these, like that Mandabuzz, I'm surprised it did so little, but it seems like, again, Venusaur is not very attack heavy. I'm sorry, defensive, but Tropius is pretty defensive heavy, and you still took that to the deep red, but you do have the Dragon Breath, which is 15 turns of Dragon Breath adding up. I'm having a tough time gauging this Pokemon. Taking the Fire Spins, which are resisted. Let's see what we're going to do here. Not wanting to take a Bone Club. You don't need the nuke. Trying to catch again. So just trying to bank as much energy on this Pokemon and catching with the Dusclops multiple times. Azumarill with the shield. You're going to have to spam a bunch here, but oof, this is going to be a long, boring matchup here. You can live, but yeah, you almost want a shield because you don't have much health. Yeah, that sucks. Just an Ice Beam. I don't think you're wrong in your thinking, just because Reggie really does not have play against Azumarill at all. So you kind of need to chip this as much as you can with this Pokemon. You got it to the yellow, but that is still a lot of health. They just Ice Beam again, which is non-stab. If you land this, you may want to instant swap because Bubble is also resisted on the Dragon. And then, yeah, Snipe, but still resisted here, so I don't know how much this is going to do. Not enough at all. They will get to a move. I assume an Ice Beam super effective will take you out very easily from this range. And it does. And this game is over. Umbreon. So how do you fare against a bulky Pokemon? Dragon Breaths are adding up. You know, it's an Umbreon, so Foul Play, Dark Pulse, you can live. But still just opting to commit that early shield. I mean, you seem to have a strategy, and the strategy is, I'm guessing, throw 3 Dragon Breaths and catch on the Dusclops here. Nope. Like, you'll live. This should take you to the yellow, but not even. Oh, okay. But the Snarls are adding up. Is this one where the fast move puts on some pressure? And they do commit a second shield here. Or is just Umbreon that defensive heavy with such a low attack that you can live foul plays from this? Or is it the fast move that's doing the damage on the stamina and not on the defense, but not the stamina? Someone said this a while ago, and I don't know how true it is. So those of you who may know, let me know in the comments below. Someone said once that your defense, again, I don't forget which one they said, but they said your defense or stamina is how you take the fast move, and then the other one is how you take the charge move. So if this Guzzlord was the one we were talking about at the time, and Guzzlord, this is exactly like Guzzlord. 65, Guzzlord has a 65 defense and a 266 stamina. So very, very close with what Reggie is here with a 62 defense and a 241 stamina. And Guzzlord was one that again, I forget which one with Guzzlord. One of them, I think it's the charge moves do more on Guzzlord, but the fast moves don't. You can take more fast moves you can take more fast move damage on Guzzlord, but then you can't take the charge moves as much, if that makes sense. And maybe that's why the defense is one. Anyways, confirm if that's true or false or not for those of you who actually play the main series games and know the answer to that. Yeah, this thing is very similar to a Guzzlord stat product here. I didn't even notice that. But yeah, very, very similar. And it, it would make sense, but no, because this one's taking I think the fast move damage is adding up here, but the charge moves are not adding up as much. I don't know. First thoughts on this Pokemon. First thoughts on this Pokemon are a question mark. I truly cannot tell how this Pokemon plays. I think just with the Breaking Swipe, here's what I would say about this Pokemon. I think with the huge difference in Breaking Swipe and Dragon Energy damage and damage per energy, 99% of the time you should be going Dragon Energy. Breaking Swipe is I know it has a 50% chance of lowering your opponent's attack, but we're just going to ignore that for now and just look at just straight damage. 35 for 60 for Breaking Swipe for 1.7, and 45 for 120 for 2.67. And 45 for 120 is like close combat, maybe Brave Bird range. 45 for 120, let me just look up. That gets stab on it, right? So it's probably 45 for 100. And if you go to the other 45 for 100 moves, there's not Frenzy. It's a Frenzy. Dragon Energy is a Frenzy Plants clone. 45 for 100, and then you 2.22 damage per energy, and then you get the same type attack bonus on it like you do with Frenzy with the grass, and then this one Dragon with the dragon. So it's a fantastic move. Close combat, yeah. Close combat is also 45 for 100, but it has a guarantees to lower your defense by 2. So it's a very nice move in of itself. It did seem like underpowered. Sometimes you threw it, but then other times it did take like a Tropius down to the deep red. So I guess other times it felt like it did what it was supposed to do. And then, yeah, like the fast moves and charge moves, it felt like the fast moves felt like they were doing damage on you, right? If the Shadow Claw and Bullet Seed in that matchup there for Feraligatr, Shadow Claw, and then the Bullet Seed from the Credilli took you to the yellow without taking a charge move. But then like the foul plays, I think the Umbreon foul plays felt like they did less than I expected, and then some of the other moves did more than I expected, and maybe that's just because Umbreon's under. I feel like I need to test this thing out myself just to make an analysis of it. I know I'll eventually test it out in the Ultra League because I think it will probably have a lot of play. Like again, it's got Guzzlord's stats, so having Guzzlord's stats where Dragon has more play in the Ultra League with a fantastic Dragon Energy move in of itself, I think we'll have a lot of play in the Ultra League. Great League, maybe Dragons have a little less play in the Great League. But yeah. Anyways, thanks for sending it in. Thanks for watching, everyone. And I will see you guys in the next one.